Hi everybody, I'm Sam from Together We. I'm one of the exercise practitioners there. I'm recording this video as a blog to get back to my fitness levels, but also to give you some ideas of how you can work out at home. So over the last 6 months, I've had 2 viral illnesses that have really knocked me back. I was just getting over the first when the second one started, and I got suspected COVID, and it really did affect my lung capacity. So I've recorded this video in 2 parts. I've got both the cardio and then the strength training. First of all, I'm going to talk about return to fitness. The session here is the cardio session. I did 10 minutes of 4 or 5 different exercises, and then I did a 20-second work period of those exercises and then a 10-second break. So this is me in active recovery, and then I went and worked fast again. The video is sped up. The reason why it's sped up is because cardio can be whatever is working for you. So it might mean that you're not going to do a trampoline session. You might do just, I don't know, 10 minutes of jumping jacks, high knees, walking back and forward, any movements that really work for you. Now, usually fitness has to be specific, and it is specific to me that I do a trampoline session because I teach it, and eventually I will have to get to a long continuous 30-minute session, but this is just week 1, so hence why I'm only doing 10 minutes of it, and I'm doing it in rest and recovery periods and then actively working periods as well. The movements are very simple for me to follow, so that I wasn't overcomplicating it. Before I got started, I did do a warm-up as well. I ensured that I was warming my body up and mobilised all my joints and bones. I am going to move this on now. I used an app, by the way, to time myself. Use an app, use a clock, whatever's best for you to do. And I think I did 11 minutes in total after I set my 20-second work phases and then my 10-second rest. And I think I repeated them 6 times. Okay, I'm going to move on to the resistance, so you're welcome to skip the video on if you want to, or you can watch the rest of my workout. It's not that fun, they're pretty much the same movements each time. And by the way, this is a rebounder, but you could do this on any trampoline. Just know that if it isn't a rebounder, if it's just a standard trampoline, it might hurt your knees a little bit more, or your legs will work a little bit harder, because the way these are sprung is to help joints and to ensure that you get an effective workout. Okay, so this is coming towards the end of this part of it, and then I started to do a resistance-based session. Now I am only working out 4 times a week in total, and only 10 minutes at a time, 10-15 minutes at a time for each segment. So 10 minutes cardio, 10 minutes strength. So I decided to do a full body session, and I had to pick no equipment exercises today. I decided to do it quite low impact as well. So I started off with tricep dips, went on to push-ups, and then I will go on to a shoulder tap. I forgot how many movements I did. I actually did 5 movements, so a shoulder tap to work my shoulders as well. And then I went on to a squat and a sumo squat afterwards. So I'm going to talk through each exercise on the next time round. You'll notice that I was taking plenty of breaks in between the exercises. I was moving the areas that are hurting the most for me. So my wrists, you'll notice I was rotating them a lot because I'm getting a lot of joint swelling, and into my knees as well. And also my elbows, so I spent a lot of time in between exercises shaking out them joints and trying to get them mobilized again. I did my warm-up before I started the cardio part of it, and I did a little bit of mobilization before I started the resistance training. So I'll talk you through each exercise as they come up. So I took about 20 seconds break in between these sets. The exercise that I did was a tricep dip. I ensured that I was sitting on my heels, my knees were up and my hands were behind. My elbows were going back and down. I could have brought my legs out straighter to make it harder, but I'm not at that level yet, and I did about 8 of them. Push-ups, I did these on my knees. That's not much different because I really struggle with push-ups anyways. One of the things I've noticed though is I can't get my chest all the way down to the ground like I normally do. I ensured that my hands were directly underneath my shoulders, and I then stretched out after each exercise as well, like I said before, for pain reasons. I did shoulder taps, so I went into a half plank position and tapped my shoulders. I'm really struggling with the full plank position at this point, so I had to go with whatever works for me. And again, I did 8 of all of these, and then I increased my intensity when I come to the squats. Okay, so I started off with a standard squat. My legs were hip width apart, my body was upright. I ensured that I went down to whatever range worked for me. So I usually can go down deeper than this, but my knees are giving me issues, so I'm only able to go down slightly now. If this is something that's a struggle for you, you're welcome to use a chair behind you to keep your body, to give you a guideline of where you need to be. And I hopefully turn around sideways further on in this video to show you the view from the side. I think I do. And then I went for a sumo squat, so my legs were slightly wider than hip width apart, my toes were facing outwards. My depth is a lot lower, but my knees go out sideways, and this works my inner thigh. Squats are usually the thing that I'm strongest at, so it's quite difficult to see how weaker I've got and how bad my depth has been. I definitely don't feel ready to add weights. I might be able to add some bands on the next couple of videos, but I definitely won't be adding any weights in at this point. So again, I'm ensuring that my chest was upright. I took a 20-second break, and then I repeated for my final set. So I did all of those exercises and repeated again. And then afterwards, I went for my cool down. I am going to leave this video here because I didn't add the stretches on. So you're welcome to re-watch the exercises again so you can check form and see how you can do it. My advice is plan what works for you. If you aren't able to do all of these sessions, then I will be adding a different session each week, all pretty specific to what I need to train for, because obviously I'm a fitness instructor, so I need to be physically fit to go back to work, which will hopefully be soon. And yeah, that's what I was doing for my session for day 1. I'll be recording another 3 of these this week, and it'll kind of hopefully keep me accountable. But let me know in the comments how you're doing with returning to your fitness and what you're doing to keep yourself fit. I'll see you again soon.